birthday, anniversary, and to everyone behind the scenes as well as on air, it certainly is a very memorable day. I don't know though if it was a memorable week gone by, because it was a gain of about just 0.7% last week. We wrapped up around that 23,460 mark. Within the broader universe, I think that's really where you did see a little bit more traction building up. It was the mid-cap index and the small-cap index that really made their mark with a nice gain of 4 and 5%. And while real estate was at the forefront, a lot of the rate sensitives did stand out, although IT was one of the big drags in the week gone by. So, Nikunj, how would we characterize what we've seen and the kind of buzzers that we've witnessed in the week gone by?
There's excitement in ET now, and there's a lot of excitement in the small cap stocks, and it's evident in the way how last week's data seems to be panning out. The Nifty was up, just 1%, but during that same time, the small and the mid cap stocks, and that data point, the small cap index is up 5%. Now, this is a typical telltale sign of the market mood. From that gut-wrenching fall on 4th of June to the kind of recovery what we've seen, I guess Indian markets have just been, surprising everybody. It's FOMO, or perhaps force of liquidity, or retail participation continues. Whatever may be the underlying, cause of the market rally, the bottom line here is that the market, which was threatening to lose its rhythm on 4th of June, that rhythm in a sense has come back. That's one. Second, when you see the small and the mid cap index coming with this kind of a mojo, you need to look at the components there. And that's where I guess the components in the small and the mid cap stocks have exactly gone back to what they were in the entire, which were there in April and May, which is that PSUs are outperforming, policy stocks are dominant again, defensives are taking a backseat, IT nobody cares. Now, where do we go from here? This is a truncated week for us. It's a truncated week for global markets. So just for the sake of being bearish, one should not be bearish. What matters to me, I guess, at a big picture level, is that the flows from foreign institutional investors, they've stabilized, they're selling less and they are buying more. Net, the selling pressure which was there, or which the market had to absorb or digest in the first half of this calendar year, that seems to be reducing. So I guess right now, if you are invested in the market, there is no point in trying to call the market top. Be with the market, stay with the market. The market is giving you pockets of vigor and momentum. That is where you want to be in. And we are going through that phase in the market where there is a compulsion which is at play. So the participation in the small cap index is an indication of local crowd or the FOMO feeling. The Johnny come lately crowd is coming back. And B, FI is the fact that they're selling less, they're buying more and they're selling less. It clearly means that at a global level also, the India outperformance has started. So it does not make too much of sense to perhaps argue about valuations and earnings. The macro data is strong, flows are strong, and you just got to be with the markets.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because there's not a whole lot by way of cues as well this week, at least not for India. Of course, there are a lot of US data points. You'll have the retail sales, the US IIP. On June 19th, that's tomorrow, the US equity markets are also closed. And then day after, you'll have the jobless claims as well trickle in. But yeah, in terms of India cues, it's pretty quiet out there.
Yeah, so it's a truncated week, Aisha. So you're in that phase of the market where the big event is over. Earnings season is still a distance away. You've heard from Reserve Bank of India. So there is nothing large which in a sense is going to really create a lot of motion and a lot of inertia. So if you're a fundamental market watcher, here's a look at things, which is that India has suddenly started outperforming global markets, and stability and policy continuity is something which will continue to push India at a premium valuations. The FOMO crowd, I think, is evident, which is looking at the small and the mid-cap stocks which are making a comeback. And see, if one really looks at the news flow, well, the news flow is still a distance away. I don't think the pre-election narrative has started. And right now, markets are in no mood to really start talking about earnings season. As of now, this market is enjoying the brute benefits of liquidity, जिसे हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं पैसे का जोर, and also there is so much of left out syndrome in the retail side of the market that you can actually see the technicals are really overweighing the markets right now. So I will not be surprised that as we look into this week's trade, if I have to really carve out some patterns, some factors which could be at play, watch out for 2-digit stocks. And that's how typically it moves. It starts with large cap stocks, then mid caps they chip in, then themes they start picking up. And when the FOMO crowd starts coming in, I guess the trade for this week and next couple of days would be the chotu stocks or the 2-digit stocks, which in a sense are liquid, which are high in beta, and which in a sense always rally when markets in a sense are on steroids.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.